What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? It's Tuesday, September the 13th, 2022. Thank you once again for joining me here tonight for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction. The best in metal-related content on the only metal channel you fucking need. If you missed anything in the past couple weeks, click the I bring down the menu. I did take a week off. I was starting to get that creator burnout that sets in every couple of months of continuously putting out content. It is nice to take a break, regroup, re-energize, and come back to keep that enthusiasm for doing the content going. I don't want to upload just for the sake of uploading. I want it to be enthusiastic, charismatic, and I definitely want these videos to hold your attention. And if I'm not in the mood and I'm not upbeat and excited to talk about a band, then there's no point in doing the video, right? Anyway, remember to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a damn thing. One of the hardest working and most brutally honest, unfiltered, and uncompromising channels in the niche of metal. Welcome to Album Review Tuesdays once again. Tonight we're doing another member request. This one coming to me from Justin, who's a good friend of mine. Thank you very much. This kid, man, very young guy. He's already got a black metal project called Cadaver Right, and he's doing another band, I do believe, as well. So check out Cadaver Right on YouTube. He's got some great material. I will be reviewing his album once he gets it finished. It's some pretty killer stuff from this young man. Tonight, I'm looking at Black Curse with Endless Wound, released in 2020 on Sepulchral Voice Records. Now, the band formed back in 2015 and have released one demo, also called Endless Wound, which clocked in at just under 15 minutes, so it's pretty cool. Now, the band members are in other bands like Blood Incantation, Spectral Voice, and Khemmis, and Primitive Man as well. So, as you can see, the members are definitely veterans of extreme metal and expressionism, along with a strong sense of doom-laden and dark atmospheric styles, which certainly work to Black Curse's advantage, because while this is a Black Death chaotic release, there is a lot of doom metal and a strong atmosphere of hypnotic structuring to the chaos of band that is like Spectral Voice meets Archgoat on acid would be the best. If you want to like summarize it quick, that would be the best description. Or like Viking Crown meets Spectral Wound on acid. That's kind of what I get with this. But yeah, Spectral Voice, not Spectral Wound, sorry. But yeah, there's some really sick stuff going on here. But we've got a great lineup. Morris Kolentrisky, bass, who's also in Spectral Voice and Blood Incantation. Zach Coleman, the drummer, is from Khemmis. Then you have Jonathan Campos on guitars, also in Primitive Man. And you got Eli Wendler, guitars, vocals, and also in Spectral Voice. So a very incredible lineup in this actual supergroup. Very cool. All right, let's get into the review. Now, this monolithic beast opens up with Charnel Rift, okay? It's got a militant-style, chaotic, blasting mess of sustained guitars with a lot of walls of insanity and dissonance, bellowing abysmal vocals with some incredible doom-laden, repetitious riffs thrown into this chaotic blender. Now, the vocals are strained and tortured shrieks mixed with low demonic abysmal growls of torture and cavernous darkness that lingers over this incredible beast of a track, and it merges so many different ideas and knowledge of how to put this all together, but the cohesiveness that they managed to create here is fucking astounding, okay? There's also some incredible lead guitar work that somehow soars above the walls of madness, but it's not a solo as much as it's a long sustained wailing cacophony that drives the track deeper into your mind. There's also some actual solo work on here amidst the calamity and despondency of existence, but all I can say, this is a jaw-dropping opener, killer stuff. Next up, we have Crown in Floral Vice, and holy fuck, man, this track is insane. The abysmal, cavernous chaos that instantly pulls you into its dark, curse-laden world of despair and madness within the walls of chaotic time signatures and incredible blasting militant chaos, and at times reminds me of Portal, Spectral Voice, and Viking Crown all simultaneously thrown together. And it works. I know there are members of Blood Incantation, whom I can't stand, in this band, but I don't hear any Blood Incantation influence in this whatsoever, and I love it that way. The Khemmis influence, however, cannot be understated though, as that is definitely apparent in its doom-laden dissonance and atmospheres that erupt from the speakers that put a bit of a tempo change into the cacophonic, insane blasting rage and chaos that pairs together for another amazing track. Next, we've got Enraptured by Decay. This one opens up with a bit of a slower tempo, but no less sinister and strange, as it collides and breaks against doom-drenched guitar riffing, but also the savage intensity of blasting madness and riffing and visceral aggression that is staggering. The production here is raw and abrasive the way extreme metal should be, and there's no room for compromise or trends here, and they do not sound like anyone else in my eyes, as the unique ideas and styles of all the bands that they're in are apparent. Now there's a black hole of twisted depravity and darkness that bellows and spews forth, of course engulfing you in its darkened haze of black bile and hopelessness, but holy shit, does it ever stand out from so many bands out there right now. The atmosphere here is impeccable and enchanting as well. This is another amazing track. Next up, we've got Seared Eyes, and this is a 3-minute absolute insane trip into fucking chaos and violence of the most cosmic collapse within the framework of the apocalyptic guitar work and driving bass, blasting insanity of the drum work that sounds like a jackhammer. This is some of the most incredible, extreme, aggressive Black Death chaos at the extreme end of the Black Death spectrum, and it's not your typical Black Death metal at all. I mean, this is well-crafted, intelligently directed madness and dark hopelessness that embeds itself into your psyche with no restraint or considerations for melodic tendencies or palatability, which again, I think works to the band's strength, being that they are extreme metal, which is how it should be. This is another sick masterpiece. Next up, we have an instrumental piece called Lifeless Sanctum. This has an incredible militant-style drum work on the toms, banging like the overture to an ancient war that's about to explode from beneath the earth, while the abyss opens up and swallows us whole. With its hypnotic guitar work and bestial drum work of amazing atmosphere and dissonant chaos and lines that will literally bewilder you and crush your skull with so much conviction and masterful songwriting, okay? The songwriting on this record is impeccable. Blows the goddamn mind. This is a great instrumental. Next up, we've got the title track, Endless Wound, and of course this one just smashes you into oblivion immediately with blasting bestial black metal combined with the most demented, insane vocals and death and doom that I've ever heard, but that can be said about the entire album. It slows down a bit into a more stomping thrash beat and attack with low-ended growls like a slithering beast from the abyss, spilling up forth from the earth bent on consuming the flesh of all human life. As the events of this track continue to unfold, it gets more intense from that point, seething with venom and cosmic destruction of the annihilation of all life, and it definitely builds force and maintains its momentum throughout. Let's check out some of Endless Wound here on Music of Destruction. Enjoy. And we are back, guys. This is a mammoth of a track at over 6 minutes of some of the most intense, chaotic atmospheres and demented extremity I've heard in a long time. This is great fucking stuff. Closing out the album is the 9-minute beast, Finality I Behold. And I gotta say that this is probably one of the most insane, chaotic tracks I've heard on an extreme metal album. But how do you not say that about the entire record? This entire masterpiece was birthed forth from the minds of these demented psychotic maniacs, of course, which are the creators. The genius of this track lays in its chaotic and pure disregard for time signatures. And no, I don't mean that it's off time, because all the instrumentation is perfectly in sync with one another at different times. But what I mean is they're not worried about bridges and chorus sections, and obviously in extreme metal, these are things that aren't even a thought in the minds of the creators. This is a steamroller of brutality and aggressiveness and chaos that works very well, and it melds perfectly together with the doom-laden atmospheres and hopeless black abysmal guitar textures of dread. It hangs over this record just so fucking perfectly in so many ways that it's not even funny. What a goddamned album and killer closing track. The final verdict for Black Curse Endless Wound is getting a 10 out of 10. Definitely going to be buying this record. Thank you to Justin for requesting me to review this band. This young man has an insane knack for knowing what my tastes are. You're killer, dude. Hail the fucking underground. Alright guys, there you have it. Another album review in the books here on the channel. Hope you enjoyed the premiere. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Merchandise links in the description, as well as the homepage. You go to the store tab, it's right there. New merch will be going up as well. Thank you to Janelle for all your help and the green screen set that she's building for me, my logo, and a new part when I cut to tracks. There's going to be some more cool stuff there with the green screen as well. Join the channel to become an MOD Elite. Awesome perks at $4.99 per month. Like review requests like you just saw. Hit the join button, get access to that, band interviews, and much more. Have an awesome night, man. We will see you guys for Album Ranking Wednesdays. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody.